Hey everyone, it's Heidi and welcome back to the Goodwill bins. We're here to source today and see what we can find. Looks like we're starting off strong with some puzzles and this cute little mousse cheese spread. Some other miscellaneous silverware patterns. This was like a little red hot cinnamon mini candle. It was kind of cute, but that's not anything that I need. That was like an entire breast pump. So that would have been a find if you needed it. That was plastic hair off of some toy. And this was actually not too bad of a wallet. I should have done some more research on this. The inside was a little bit cheaper, so I did eventually put that back. I was super curious about this too, the Smart Ink. Anything brand new, it doesn't hurt to take some time to look it up actually. That was in decent shape. And then I found this Lisa Frank coloring book. Now, from what I could tell, this was something from 2014, so not like super old from the 80s. But there was still stickers. It had been used, but not heavily used. Another interesting wallet. Not in too bad of shape. And, you know, this snowboard was in really good condition. I've always had kind of an interest in snowboarding. I've never done it, but I could have started if I would have picked that up. This was kind of a cute painting. Books, an umbrella, and here is a empty Ray-Ban case. I actually did look comps up on this, and those do sell for around $10. It's a Star Wars hat. Should have looked at those clogs a little bit closer. Now this here was from the National Auburn Society. I took interest in this a little bit just because my grandma loved birds, and I'm pretty sure she had a clock like that. She had a clock like on every wall, and that actually makes bird sounds every time it hits like a new hour. New Mexico travel guide. Dinosaurs. And there's a Cabbage Patch Kid. Probably an older one too, but it was also kind of dirty. Those crochet magazines are always kind of fun to flip through. Lots of great crochet patterns. I don't know if anyone's interested in crochet patterns, but pretty cool. And this was one of those Texas Instrument calculators. I thought about picking it up, but it was one of the less advanced ones, so I left it behind. I didn't even check to see if it worked. There's a Bagolini. And see that book to the right? That's another crochet book, and I totally missed that. It's Crochet Clothes for Dolls. That probably would have been something that I actually would have picked up if I was paying attention. And I think that was another Cabbage Patch doll. And this Santa teapot right there, I didn't even see that. And that is actually kind of cool. But I did see these vintage Keds for some reason. Now, I couldn't find any sold comps on those, but people were asking like $30 for them. So I thought that was kind of interesting. It didn't appear that anyone had sold those recently, and I couldn't really find a style name. I did, however, see this little bottle of nails. This was an Elvis calendar. At first I thought it was a vinyl record, but it wasn't. Old Navy shoe there. I always like that style of shoe just because they're easy and comfortable to wear in the office. Not sure who that is. Sometimes some of these bins are just so chock full of items that it makes it really difficult to go through. So I'm looking at, I'm not really sure. That's like an Instapot silicone piece there that someone donated. Looks kind of nasty. Those could be water spots though too. I did take some interest in this bag as it did look kind of higher quality, but then I noticed that some of the edges were starting to peel, and I'm just like, no thanks. These were fun little shoes. They were from Maurice's, actually. Here's some old vintage Avery labels. And here is a shoe bin. It's kind of, I like to look at the shoes, but I rarely buy shoes just because I know how I can wear shoes down. And I actually had an interesting shoe sell on eBay recently. This individual bought a pair of sandals and thought that there was a defect with them, and even sent me photos of the feet in the sandals, and I thought that they actually looked very good, but I didn't want to have a bad day, so I just refunded the entire purchase. So those are some Durango boots. Not too bad of shape, but something larger than I would like to deal with. And that's if you can find the other one. Just because you find one shoe doesn't mean that you'll find another one. Okay, so I wanted to include this. This is the glassware section of the bins. This was just somebody's little pottery piece, I believe, that they had put together. I do like to go through this because I have found very random miscellaneous items. Like this cute little cat. Part of me wishes that I would have picked this up. It's just like a little treasure box, but it's a cat. Super cute, you know. I saw this pretty little iridescent looking bird. It almost looked like it was made by someone just because of the scratch marks in it. I left it behind though. And this is an old snow globe that the water has gotten nasty on. There's a cute little picture. And this here was an Avon soap dish. Like, it was hard to read Avon on the back of it, but if you look at it in the right angle, you can definitely see that it was made by Avon. And then there are pink little seashell soaps back there. And I actually end up picking one up, and I'm just like, what is this? And then I'm like, oh, gross, it's falling apart, like, in my hand. So there's some cute little carnation mugs there. And then I saw this guy, and I'm just like, oh, he's super cute and kind of strange. And turns out there's a whole collection of these out there. They're from an anthropomorphic, I don't know, I know that I said that wrong, but they're kind of quirky and they're really kind of cute. Obviously they sell better in a set, but I saw that there was like a whole bunch of them that was sold, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is super cute. I have to include this in my video. And just like, look how cute these guys are. But yeah, anyway, his legs were actually broken off. And so anyway, I saw this like bust head down below, and I was just like, oh, what is this? And I did enough research on it to figure out that it was a chia pet. But I'm not sure who that is. When I did a Google Lens search on it, like the Golden Girls popped up, but I don't know if that's actually a Golden Girl. So These are little saltine soda cracker mugs. Those were super cute. This is probably like a newer age owl. And then I saw these like chili pepper serving trays in the back. These were kind of cool actually. They were super heavy, and like I personally don't have room for anything like that. So that elephant clock was also pretty cool, but this is what really caught my eye. These gemstone beads. I like crafting. I'm a crafter, and I think I'm going to try to incorporate these in some of my sculptures. I'm not sure. So these beads could actually be quite expensive in a bead store. And I do think that they're real because just because of the weight of the bead. So I do think that they're real gemstones, but we'll test that theory out. Some little Christmas decorations. It's a little bit harder to look in these because every time you move something, it could cause something else to crash and break. I did think about picking up this, whatever they're called, French press, but it was actually broken the more that I got to look at it. And I'm not sure what this is. I'm assuming it's a wine uncorker, but... And here we're back to the other hard goods section. I believe this was some type of homeschool gadget. Like there was a set of something else loose in here too that I think basically went with that. Yeah, maybe it was that. I don't know. Sometimes it's hard to tell if everything is all there if you're not familiar with what the thing actually is. Saw this Barbie and somebody had given her a very, very short haircut. This hat was actually in pretty good shape, but I don't even think that it had been worn. But I do not sell hats, so I mainly sell clothing. So some of the stuff I do pick up in the hardware stuff, but not always. Nice bicycle helmet. I think that was a weather radio, which radios have kind of been like difficult to find in stores. You can find them at Goodwill, but like in the actual store, if you're looking for a radio, they've become kind of hard to find. This was a planting guide that was missing the cover, probably from 70s or 80s. My Little Pony, a couple of them actually. I love Hello Kitty stuff. So cute. This was a hand-tooled wallet with some, I believe those are pheasants on it. The right person probably could have cleaned that up, but I'm not the right person. So this was actually kind of cute, the shark face. Whole bunch of yellow ribbon. And this here, it took me a while to notice, but I had stumbled upon a whole pile of Ugg boots. Now, I tried to look up comps on these, just, to kind of be able to give an approximate. Those weren't Uggs, but those brown boots, those are also Uggs. And the more that I got to looking at them, especially like that back heel, they had some wear to them. I know that a lot of people probably still would have picked them up. Probably still could get some decent money out of them. But like I said, I just had a bad experience selling shoes. So I actually decided to leave them behind. But when I did come across them, I was happy to see some Ugg boots, especially 2 pairs. This was actually like a cool kind of kite. It was a Goldberg kids kite. Probably if you would have looked closely, it would have said WWF on there someplace. I know that it's now like the WWE, but I'm not sure that Goldberg has been around for a while. So let me know if you know anything more about that. So. Plastic flamingo that's lost its legs. That was unfortunate. Checking out this interesting cap here. Do you guys remember this story? The house and the hole in the side of the tree. This story drove me crazy as a kid. Does anyone remember that? Like, oh my gosh. And it just keeps going and going and going. Like, it's just wild. Well, that about sums up this trip at the Goodwill bins. I want to thank everyone so much for all of their likes, comments, all of my new subscribers. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much. My intention is to continue to make these videos. I enjoy them very much. And I hope you guys are also enjoying them. And I can kind of see that from some of the comments that you've been leaving. So thank you again. Have a great week, and I will see you guys later. Bye.